Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Your Music Live, brought to you by DistroKid. Let's kick off with our very first tune of the day. This is Better Days from Never There.
We all fall down to figure it out, but we won't hide, and we can lead a light to the sky, so hold on tight, and we'll find better days. Hold on, please hold on, the sun will shine down on a new tomorrow. Hold on, please hold on, when you wake up you won't be afraid. Come on, I'll show you how. 'Cause if we never learn to fall for the better, come on, I feel it now. And if we never let this go, we may never find our way through all the rain and find out how to grow. Come on, I'll scream it out. 'Cause if we never let this go, we may never know.
What a cracking tune to get us started here for another week of Your Music Live, and that is just the beginning. We got 2 hours of amazing independent music to keep us motivated and cranking it up. Summer 2021 Jam, absolutely, yeah, very, very good, very great stuff. And I got the name of the band wrong. Yeah, nothing like a great start like that. It's Never Tell. Pretty sure I said Never There, which is the name of a cake song. That's a bit different, but Never Tell with Better Days, which was a very, very cool tune, and one of the favourites from this week. I thought, we're going to get ourselves started. I need to wake up. I need to wake you up, and we would play that one. Very cool video, very cool song. Just what did they have to say? I should probably go to my notes here. So we're a band in Hiroshima, Japan. 4 expats and 1 Japanese member, recorded by ourselves, and it's a feel-good, motivational, driving rock song. That it is. I think everyone can agree that that is exactly what it is, a feel-good, rockin', driving song. But let's keep the party started, shall we? Because we've got a heap more songs to get through here. And when I say get through, that makes it sound like it's a bad thing. It makes it sound like it's not my favourite time of the week. It is my favourite time of the week, but we are going to kick on here with our next tune. This one is called Naked, but don't worry, nothing too dodgy here. It is by a band called Bosco and Peck, and we're going to listen to it here on Your Music Live. Naked, Bosco and Peck.
I'm feeling so lost, I'm never fit in. I'm living a lie, or maybe just innocent. I'm punching a clock on borrowed time. I don't know how I got this bad, or maybe I do. I don't know how I got this bad. Again, I'm naked again in the pouring rain. They're laughing at me, and I feel so ashamed. 'Cause I'm naked again in the pouring rain. They're laughing at me, and I feel so ashamed. The sky's getting dark, I think it's gonna rain. I got this feeling inside that I know I can't contain. I'm riding the show and biding my time. I try to pretend no one can see. I tend to disrobe when all eyes are on me. I'm stealing the show and borrowing lines. Maybe it's wrong. Why does it feel so right? I don't know how to make this right.
I agree. Some real claps for the win. What a catchy little pop rock tune. Bosco and Peg. Where do all of these bands come out of? Two bands that we've never played before here on the show, back to back. If that doesn't get your blood pumping and get you dancing and grooving in your seat or you're on your feet or wherever you are, I don't know what is. But yeah, very upbeat song, nicely recorded. Love the album artwork as well. Some effort's gone in there. And yeah, nice, happy, catchy starter. Oh, you know what? We're setting the bar high, aren't we? We're setting the bar super high, but that's okay because the good thing about this show is it's everyone at every level. We've got all sorts of different music. We've got all sorts of different creators, and that's the main thing. Yeah, we want to hear from everyone, and we want to give everyone a chance to have their music heard, to share it with the world. And hey, if you find an artist that you really jive with, jump down to the description because you can check out their music by following the links. Let's move on to our next track because again, so much to get through here today. And we want to play a bunch of music. We'll have a bit of a chat as well. We will hear from our sponsors, DistroKid, because they are the ones who help keep the lights on. We may even do the joke. This one comes from Niha Mungpanka. I'll always try the names, even if I can't pronounce them. It's a piano piece with some cinematic build-up with an array of string instruments used. I like the sounds of that. Let's hit play on tape and take a listen to this one. This is called Revitalize on Your Music Live. Little bit of dynamics going on there. Agree. Very nicely done. Yeah, get some dynamics in there. Very nicely played piano. Nice and smooth, and the strings ebbs and flows and does its thing. Yeah, really good. Nicely done. Very dynamic. Got Russ's attention. That's definitely a good thing to do. Yeah, evening. Lovely piano to come onto indeed. Absolutely. So there you go. That's exactly what you don't know is going to happen. You're going to just have all sorts of random tunes and discover some cool things. And that's definitely a composer that's got some cool things going on. Let's get some hip to the hop, shall we? Let's go with Jewelbeats, who says, I use GarageBand and I make hip hop beats and I record guitar and add drums. Okay, that sounds way too interesting. So we're going to take a listen to this one, Jewelbeats. And this is a tune. What have we got here? It's Missed Calls, I believe, is the name of the tune. Let's give it a spin, shall we? Take a listen. Jewelbeats here on Your Music Live.
Hey, jewelry.
Late beats, this go crazy.
I do like a good fusion, something that can make you bob your head and then listen in for some cool guitar licks at the same time. How good is that? Very nicely done. Thank you for sharing it, Jewelbeats. And here you go. We'll give that one a subscribe so I can go back and listen to whatever new stuff you may be putting out there, because that was pretty darn cool. Thank you. Sounds in the right places. Nice flow. Agree. We've had some 4 pretty cool tunes kicking ourselves off today. And Benjamin says, the artists sound great through my new Steinberg UR44C. Congratulations. Not sponsored by Steinberg today, but geez, I love me some Steinberg interfaces. The whole Steinberg and Yamaha Corporation do good things. Here on Studio Live today, we use Steinberg stuff. No, I use all sorts of stuff. I use whatever does the best job for the thing that I'm doing. Speaking of the best job, here's a band called Junkyard who says, I wrote this song for all people who believe in their dreams, and my song should encourage them to take their dreams to the next level. That is something I can 100% get behind. If you got dreams, you got to push for them, right? Yeah, I know, we're not all going to be the next Drake, but why did I choose Drake? Anyway, I tried to think of a popular artist. I'm an old man. What was popular 10 years ago? Anyway, let's jump in and take a listen to this one. Junkyard with, Underwinderbar. Let's go with that. All right, let's take a listen to it on Your Music Live.
Januarkind, 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 Januarkind. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Als ich Kind war, wusste ich, keine Mauer ist für meine Träume unüberwindbar. All diese Phrasen, all diese Sätze, die ich immer sage, sind wahr. Als ich Kind war, wusste ich, keine Mauer ist für meine Träume unüberwindbar. All diese Phrasen, all diese Sätze, die ich immer sage, sind wahr. Kritikern baut man kein Denkmal, also denk mal darüber nach. Sei keiner von ihnen, sondern du selbst. Jemand, der feindliche Reihen umwälzt, weil sie erstens nur nachlabern und zweitens deiner Kraft nicht gewachsen sind. Schwächlinge, wenn dir jemand sagt, du kannst es nicht schaffen, glaube ihm niemals das. Dieser Schwachsinn.
See, the problem I have when I play German or anything else is I don't actually know what I'm playing. It is always fun though. Russ is like, oh, that swearing, really? Well, it could be. That could be a song all about how Pete sucks, and I wouldn't actually know. We got some Da ist und gut tun. Wunderbar. That's about all the German I have too. But very cool. I love being able to hear other languages and other music in other languages. So ist wunderbar. So yeah, who knows what they actually said to me? And I'll get something. It wasn't swear. Okay, well, hopefully not. I know a couple of German swear words, and I didn't hear too many of them. But very, very cool. So hence why it took me a while to pronounce all of the different names there, because it was in German. So go figure. So you've got everything here on the show, don't you? We've got all sorts of music to keep you rocking along. And let's keep rocking along because we've got an artist called Mars Capone. Says a contest entry for Produce Like a Pro. Shout out to my man Warren Hewitt. Produce Like a Pro is awesome. The band is Dark Times. The band is Dark Times Collab. The track is Turning Point. Great to get back to my roots in metal and early industrial. Hands up, metal fans in the house. I know we got a few. I know there's some folks out there that like yourself some metal. So let's jump in and take a look. So this is remixed by Mars Capone. It's Dark Times collaboration Turning Point, and we're going to listen to it live right now on Your Music Live. was thinking the same thing there, my friend. I don't know. Is that a whipping sound at the start? It's very, very cool. Yeah, it sounds like some serious whipping going on there. Sounds like a lashing. See, every time I see a comment from Russ, I almost have to use Russ's accent, but I won't. But yeah, very cool, wasn't it? Yeah, again, that's the sort of music that wakes you up and gets you moving and grooving in your seat, for sure. Yeah, very, very nicely done. Nice work, and thank you for sharing. Yeah, good timing for the metalhead hippie to jump into the chat just as we we crank it up to 11 with a wee bit of metal. I like messages like this because sometimes, as we say here on the Your Music Live show, we don't ever know what you're going to expect because we get all sorts, different submissions from different types of artists, different types of music, different types of songs. Sometimes we get something that says, I am from Greece, 18 years old, I like very much your content. Well, I can't not play that, right? You tell me you're 18 and from Greece and that you like what I do here. I'm a sucker for that sort of stuff. So let's jump in here and take a listen. I don't even know the artist's name. It is Apt Rose. Again, we're going with some different languages here by the looks of it. We're just going to hit play and find out, right? Let's do it. Let's take a listen to this tune right here, right now. Your Music Live.
Baby σε δικιά μου κάνε να σας ακουμπάει. Κάνεις σε μακριά μου, η καρδιά μου σταματάει. Σ' αγαπάω εγώ, κάνεις άλλο, δεν σ' αγαπάει. Μες στην κορυφή και παίζω bowling. Πέφτουν κάτω σαν κορίνες όλοι κόλλοι. Όποιος δεν μ' είχε πιστέψει τότε τώρα κάτω είναι κυδρώνει. Αν είναι μαζί μου είναι horny. Δεν ξέρω τι άλλο να κάνω. Με κοιτάει και κάτω πέφτει χαμηλώνει. Μες στα σύννεφα πετώ το απολαμβάνω. Τι άλλο να κάνω, τι άλλο να σου πω. Πώς αλλιώς να στο δείξω. Δεν ξέρω πάω να τρελαθώ, μοιαθώ πως από τον κρεμό μέσα σε ένα κενό μεγάλο θα πηδήξω. Η σωτάρας είναι κόρα. Όλα πολύχρωμα γύρω. Δεν ξέρω τι άλλο να κάνω. Τον εαυτό μου δεν προδίδω.
There you go. That is cool. Yeah, really good. Greek rap. We've had German rap. We've now had Greek rap, and both of them were recorded, mixed, sounding really cool. Yeah, yeah, almost a Cuban type of beat. Very nicely done. Yep, I dig it. I like it. People are throwing their Greek at me now, and I'm about as clueless. Actually, I'm more clueless about Greek than I am about German. So very nicely done there. Thank you for sharing that one. Dre XL is new here. How do I submit? That's a good question, and I usually tell you a little bit earlier than right now in the show. Here's the thing. I've made it super duper easy for you, and that is that you can go to the link that is pinned at the very top of the chat. So just as you were typing that in, if you just look slightly up, there is a link right there. It tells you exactly where you need to go and what you need to do. Keep in mind, we've had quite a bit of demand. We're about 3 weeks behind. Just to give you an idea, we're playing music from the 7th of February. And where are we now? We are the 6th of March. In fact, we're 4 weeks behind. Congratulations, us. So sometimes you will have to show some patience to make sure that you'll get your song played. But it'll take a while. All you need to do is put your name and a couple of sentences about your song, and of course the link to it, and make sure that it is not overtly offensive or violent or inciting any violence, and then it'll probably get a play. Thank you, Metalhead Hippie, for the super chat. I do appreciate it, and thank you again for helping keep the lights on. Maybe we'll do the joke about the lights later. Maybe not. But yeah, very, very cool. And thank you for sharing, and thank you everyone for being here. Let's move on and grab another tune, shall we? This one says that this song was recorded using GarageBand iOS connected to an audio interface. It's about someone who's unsure of the reason why his girl loves him. A bit of unsure love. I like it. I like the concept. Let's throw this one in the link and get it crack-a-lackin', shall we? We're over on Bandcamp. We don't have much Bandcamp love very often, but that's okay. We can play things everywhere. This is the Lantus, and the name of the song is Why, oh why do you love me? Let's listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Can't resist you. You know I want you. Oh, it's true. And you make my heart blue. And you know that I'm a fool. Please make up your heart. Don't be so hard. Let's make it. Why do you love me? Is it because that you're lonely? Or am I just somebody?
Love it, Mark. Yeah, a pack of cigarettes, rolled up the t-shirt sleeve, greases, and what's the other ones? Yeah, very nicely done. Very cool. Yeah, crybaby style music from the movie. Yeah, bit 50s, bit 60s, a bit crooner. Really nicely done. Again, I love the diversity. I'll stop saying it soon, but yeah, it's the reason I love doing this show is I get exposed to so much more music than if I was just listening to what I am. I love my old 90s alt rock, and I love some grunge, and I love some punk, I love some singer-songwriter, but I just love music in general, and I love hearing types of music that I wouldn't necessarily throw on and listen to myself. And I do love ska. Dan's waiting for it to break into some fast ska. Maybe not, but very nicely done. The Lantus, there you go. I will definitely be checking out more of your work in times to come. Let's move on. Carvalho. I'm pretty sure we've heard from Carvalho before here. This says, a 16th century sunset defining love made into a happy pop rock song. Lyrics in Portuguese. We are going around the world today. Music and voice by Miguel de Carvalho, recorded by studio musicians. There you go. So we're going to Portugal now. Grab your Portuguese chicken or your tarts. Are they cliches? I don't know. I'm always worried that I'm going to offend someone. Like when people say that Australians drink Fosters. We don't. Portuguese probably don't like eating chicken and Portuguese tarts, but I'm going to just assume that they do for the sake of the joke and for the sake of continuity. Stop talking, Pete. Play the tune. Let's hit play.
Amor é fogo que arde sem se ver. É ferida que dói, não se sente. É contentamento descontente. É dor que desatina sem doer. É o não querer mais do que bem querer. É solitário andar por entre a gente. É nunca contentar-se de contente. É cuidar que se ganha em se perder. Amor é fogo que arde sem se ver. Amor é fogo que arde sem se ver. Amor é fogo que arde.
See, how cool is that? No idea what they're saying. Love it anyway. Nice, tight production. Yeah, it does sound like a Strat, doesn't it? It's got that sort of, multiple pickup kind of feel going on there. Yeah, bit Chili Peppers, isn't it? Very nice production and mix. And as Amarcia says, I don't know what he's singing, but it sounds very hopeful. Exactly. You can just tell, can't you? And tasty guitar tones, Andy, right? Super tasty guitar. Oh, very cool. Let's throw another couple out here before we hear a little bit about DistroKid, our wonderful sponsors who help us keep the lights on here at Studio Live today and have been sponsoring Your Music Live for coming up 3 months now. Big shout out, big thank you to DistroKid. They are great supporters of independent music and of this particular channel. So thank you to the DistroKid team. You guys rock. Let's take a listen to another tune. This is from Claret Lake, and got a bit of info here from the band. Where is it? We are two brothers. An elder brother, Andy, started writing songs during lockdown here in the UK last year. I play guitar and started using GarageBand to write and record music for them. Your lessons have been quite invaluable. Thank you very much. High five. This one is about being infatuated with someone, and if I know my bro, is probably about Gal Gadot. This is from Simon. So Simon and Andy, band known as Claret Lake, and we're going to listen to a tune for the first time here on Your Music Live. It's called The Stories in My Eyes.
I've often been a dreamer, not always eyes on prize. Dreams involving you and me, the stories in my eyes. I'm under an illusion, escapism, no ties. Golden slumbers, you and me, stories in my eyes. My nocturnal dreamscapes, moonlit fairy tales. My muse and inspiration, you're my holy grail. Thinker, emotive, no surprise. Lullabies for you and me, the stories in my eyes. An optimistic person, glass half full, no lies.
How cool is that? As Patrick says, right on for brother collabs, right? Sounds great. Does indeed. Well done. What a very cool tune. Claret Lake. And as I was going through and checking out the songs for future episodes, we've got another Claret Lake song coming up. So given our current run rate, probably 3 or 4 weeks' time, you'll get to hear from Claret Lake again. Very cool. Very nice vibes and very, very well done. I do appreciate you putting your song in here and us getting to have a wee bit of a listen. Speaking of listening to songs, let's listen to some more songs. By the way, as Jade says, yes, if you want to submit for a future show, there you go, fill out the form. It's linked in the chat, it's linked in the description, and Jade's linked it right here again. So you've got easy access to exactly how to get it done. Let's jump in and take a listen. We've heard a few tracks from Wolfstone Studio before. They never disappoint, and this one is no exception. Says, hi Pete, it's taken me 2 years to put this song together, and this past weekend I finally figured out the lyrics to go with some interesting sounds I found in GarageBand and recorded Never Let Me Go. I think it has a chill sound, but intense at the same time. Is that even possible? I think it is. Thanks for playing, Ron, better known as Wolfstone Studio. So let's jump in and take a listen to this one. It's called Never Let Me Go, Wolfstone Studio, here on Your Music Live.
Just another sunny day.
Very nicely done. 2 years in the making, 2 years well spent. Yeah, very nice, dreamy, textured tone there. So very 80s. So much cool stuff going on there. Really do appreciate you sharing. John Lennon vibe, almost Julian Lennon vibe vocals, isn't it? But yeah, very smooth mix and nicely done indeed. Kudos for sticking with it, right? Sometimes you just need a bit of a gap, don't you? You just need to take some time to let something mature and grow and develop, and then you come back and hit it harder. So, very nicely done. And thank you very much for sharing that one. Good moving on the tempo and the percussion. Yeah, very nice. Very good stuff. Appreciate it. Hello to Glenn Clark, by the way, who's just jumped in. And shout out to anyone in New Zealand having a rough time of it at the moment with some seismic activity, some earthquakes and some tsunami warnings and other things going on there. So everyone, please be safe. I know Mother Nature strikes again. We don't have control over her, him, it. But please stay safe, and good to hear that Glenn is all good there. And I hope everyone else in all the parts of the world are doing well. Thank you for being here. And if you didn't hear Glenn's tune from was it last week, Glenn? Yeah, Glenn's latest tune. Glenn finds a way to just continue lifting the bar. So, Glenn, I don't know where you're going from here, mate, because your video production, your audio production has just gone through the roof. So do check out Glenn Clark's music. He is a monster music creator over there. Not just a monster. Let's take a listen to another track, and then we are going to hear from our friends at DistroKid, because this is from an artist who has released their song using DistroKid, and we heard from him last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. He opened the show recently with a tune, and he's back with another one. So Scott Mitchell says, "Hi Pete, another track of mine done entirely on GarageBand. Even managed to throw some of your reverse tricks on this one. There you go. Enjoy, and thanks for your consideration." And that's from Scott. So let's turn up the volume. You're going to want to turn your speakers up or turn your headphones up for this one. This is a tune called Walk On By, Scott Mitchell. You ready to rock? Let's do it. Sometimes I wish I was the metalhead hippie and didn't have to turn them down. Whoa, if that one didn't get you jumping around in your seat with a little bit of 80s hair metal, rocking and popping, just, whoa, right? Yeah, I want long blonde hair too. Yeah, it doesn't really work when I bang my head. I wanted to play to that point because, that is probably one of the best uses of the reverse reverb effect, and to think that can be done in GarageBand. Let's not forget here that is done entirely in GarageBand by, Scott just grabs a guitar, records some vocals, adds some drums, and then creates that song, and then releases it. So you can get that one on Spotify and iTunes and Google Play and everywhere. And you can do that all thanks to our wonderful sponsors here, DistroKid. Because, yep, Scott released this one with DistroKid. If you take a look over here, the giveaway is right down here. There you go, provided to YouTube by DistroKid. So you can go away and stream that one. Search for Scott Mitchell online. And because of DistroKid's amazing distribution abilities, he can actually release that to everywhere. And that is super, super cool. So thank you again to our sponsors at DistroKid. If you are not already a DistroKid member, you can save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. And I thought I would show you a little bit. Let's do a quick dive into the differences between the plans. So if we jump over to DistroKid, I actually use the Musician Plus plan, which is $35.99 per year. The standard plan is $19.99 per year. Now, many folks have been asking me, Pete, what's the difference between the standard plan and the Musician Plus? So I thought I would show you. Let's click on the upgrade button. Whoops, I'm not even showing you that. Let's click on the upgrade button and take a look here. So if you want to get in on the ground floor for $19.99 per year, here's what you get. You can upload unlimited songs. You can upload unlimited lyrics. You get your Spotify verified check mark. So you get Spotify for artists. You can collect team earnings. So you can collaborate with other DistroKid users and create your own bands and distribute it. I do that with Jade Star, who we play on each other's music, and we can do that. And you can have one artist or band. Now, that's all cool, but there's some additional features that if you want to really get serious about promoting your music and you want some additional stuff, Musician Plus is where it's at. Here's what you get. You get all those same things, but you get the ability to use synced lyrics for Instagram. You get daily sales stats, so you can see how many people are actually buying and streaming your stuff. You can change your label name. So instead of being DistroKid, my label name now says Studio Live Today Records. And hey, if you've ever wanted to own your own record label, that's pretty cool. You can customize the release date. Now, this is super important. If you want to get on Spotify playlists, if you want to do some lead-in and some promotion for your songs before you release them, you may want to put them like 3, 4, 5 weeks in the future so you can tell people, hey, my new song will be out on this day. If you don't have that, if you just have the standard plan, they just release it as soon as possible. So that's something to keep in mind. You can have customizable pre-order date as well. So if you want to develop some hype and people pre-order your songs or your album, customizable iTunes pricing, and again, you can collect the team earnings and you get 2 different artist names. So in fact, something that I'll be doing this month in March, I'm going to commit to it right here and now, is releasing some new music. I'm going to create my own new virtual band called Righty Dokie, because I say righty dokie a lot, and I'm going to release some instrumental music on DistroKid and show you how you can use your second artist name, because it's super simple to do. I've just never done it. So again, thank you, and thank you to DistroKid for their support of some of the amazing independent music that we hear here on Your Music Live. DistroKid, you rock. Let's move on, get back to the music. And I'm going to play this tune now. While we've got you rocking after that Scott Mitchell tune, while you're still got your rocking boots on, let's jump in and listen to another track from someone who I reckon we've heard 2 or 3 times here before on the show. They are an artist called Statistic, and this is a special one. They say this is a cover I did of one of my favorite songs from Annie Lennox and Eurythmics. I started recording it in 2006, but only recently finished it because I had lost some of the original tracks in a hard drive crash. Oh, the great hard drive crash of '06. I remember it well. Please start the song at 2 minutes 30. I will indeed. That's a good tip, by the way. I only play about a minute of each song because I want to get as many people featured here as possible. So if you have a timestamp that you want me to start from, all you need to do is ask. So this is a cover of the Eurythmics tunes Here Comes the Rain Again from Statistic. And let's listen to it live right here and right now on Your Music Live.
Like lovers do.
again. I'll never think of that song the same way again. That is a cool version. I think the Eurythmics are primed for some dark, grungy covers. I know that, what was it, Marilyn Manson did Sweet Dreams, which was a cool version of that, and now Statistic has taken it up a notch. That was Marilyn Manson to 2X. Yes, you heard it here first, folks. Statistic is twice as good an artist as Marilyn Manson and probably a nicer dude based on what the media is telling me. Not that I listen to everything that the media tells me, but yeah, what an epic, I agree, Tom, epic cover. Very, very cool indeed, and very different. That's, if you're doing a cover song, that's what you should do. You want the familiarity. Is the thing. People are picky. They want familiarity, but they also want something different and something next level. So, yeah, very well done. Good job, and thank you for sharing it. Yes, I'm glad you love. You can tell you love making it because it comes through in the passion within the tune. So there you go. If you want to check out all of Statistic's work as well as all the other bands and artists that we've featured here today, all you need to do is jump on down into the description. Right, I've got something cool here. At least I think I do, because based on what Happy Ron's told me, this may be the world premiere of this tune. Is that right, Ron? You need to tell us in the chat here. Happy Ron, a man of few words. He lets his music do the talking. He said, "When I feel the most cynical, I ask myself, is the world that has forgotten how to love, or have I?" Let's say that again. Is it the world that has forgotten how to love, or is it I? It's a good question. I don't know, but we're going to find out by listening to this tune from our man, the one, the only, Happy Ron, and it's a tune from Happy Ron called The Lost Art of Love, and we are going to listen to it right here, right now on Your Music Live. Happy Ron.
I still wanna find my heart a place in a world that's forgotten how to live with grace. People moving so fast that they never learn to dance, to build a life that starts with romance. The lost art of love. The lost art of love. She kissed my lips, and we knew when they touched that we were finally home. We didn't need much, but time can take away its gifts, and now she's gone, wrapped in its mist. The lost art of love.
Very Ron-esque indeed. I think Happy Ron has his own genre. I don't think that you can define it and bring it down to just one genre, but that one was super cool. A very nice track, very nicely done, and yeah, some nice piano in there. Liked the drums; they were driving things along there, and of course, Ron's voice is just unmistakable, demistakable. It's unable to be mistaken. Very well done, Happy Ron. Thank you for sharing that tune and for premiering it here on Your Music Live. I dig it, and I thank you for all of your support. Now, Bear, you've sent me a bunch of stuff here, so I'm going to just find one at random and play it. So I hope I pick one that you dig, because I've got a few here. So this is Bear, who is guitarlos. And so on this one, you say, this song is recorded in GarageBand. It's a simple, melancholy, fast song. The instruments that I don't play are drums and percussion. I use Final Touch because of you, Pete. Nice one. I hope you enjoy the song. I hope we enjoy it too. I better copy the link, hey? Very hard to play a song without copying the link and pasting it over here on the other side. So we have it just here right now. There it is. It's called Fake X. There you go. And I like the little album artwork here with our little Mars rover going on there. Let's hit play here and take a listen to Guitarlos with Fake X on Your Music Live. Digging that funky vibe, right? There you go. Guitarlos, our friend Bear, building it up, tearing it down, doing his thing, and some nice happy vibes here on Your Music Live. I know, don't you hate it when I turn it down just as you're starting to vibe with it? I'm sorry, it's just the way we roll. I gotta get everyone, have an opportunity to have them all in there, and including. Look at this. Let's segue right over to Adam Burst because he happens to have a track just above this one. So I'm just going to play it because why not? Because the serendipity, I jump around a little bit and I play different songs just because I want to make sure we get as much variety. It has been the world tour. We've been to Germany, we've been to Portugal, we've been to Greece, we've been to the UK, Canada, the United States. Have we had any Australians today? Well, we're about to. In the toilet break, so don't worry so much about that. Let's jump in and take a listen to Adam. Adam says, "Hi Pete and everyone." Hi Adam. I've done this song as a collaboration contest on Chat Full House's channel using his rock and roll backing track. There you go. The song is called Rock and Roll Star. I hope you enjoy it, especially with the spoken lyrics in parts during the song. It sounds intriguing. We're going to jump in and take a look and a listen here. So this is our man Adam Burst with Rock and Roll Star on Your Music Live.
Wanna be a rock and roll star, do my thing, gonna go far. See my fans from the world stage, where they're from, I wanna engage. Breaking free from the mediocrity, wanna be the talk of this city. Oh, it's not gonna be pretty. Breaking out from the underground, stereotypes smashed with a different sound. 'Cause it's gonna be loud. Doing my thing all night long, wanna debut my latest hit song. What could possibly go wrong? Wanna be a rock and roll star. Wanna be a rock and roll star. Wanna be a rock and roll star.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong? I love it. I do love the spoken bits in there. Yeah, you did one of them, and it was cool. Oh yeah, crank it up, rock on, my friend. Do your thing and do it. Just I love raw energy and passion. Just pushing it out there. Keep doing your thing, Adam. Nicely done. Thank you for sharing that little ditty. And I do like it. It's cool when people do things like that, and they'll share things that they've put into competitions, or they're just getting involved and they're doing things. Yeah, it is super cool. Thank you very much for sharing. Now, usually when our man Thomas Christ releases a song, he tells me about it or I know about it. This one snuck under the radar somehow. I don't know how I didn't know that there was new Thomas Christ, but there is. And Tom says, this was a track that I created in GarageBand on my phone back in the fall and finally finished and added lyrics to it this week. It is about creating your own version of beauty in our worlds that we create, even if your vision of beauty is a little dark and twisted. And if you know our man, Thomas Christ, Dark and Twisted is his middle name. Thomas Dark and Twisted Christ. That's what I've heard anyway. I'm sure that's his name. We got a GarageBand project. I always love it when we get to see behind the scenes of what's going on. So Cyanide Blue is the name of the tune here. We're giving it a like already because we know we're going to like Thomas's work. And we're going to turn up the volume here. I turned the wrong button. Right, so Cyanide Blue from Thomas Christ here on Your Music Alive. Thomas Christ with, I want to say a change of direction, but not really. It has that Thomas Christ vibe to it, but it's definitely a little bit left of center from what you usually do. And of course, using GarageBand iOS there. Very happy to see you joining the light side, Thomas. Very nicely done, though. I agree. Freaking awesome. Nice chords, that nice progression that just falls down a little bit. The vocals that just sit behind it just make it out and out awesome. Very good stuff indeed. Thank you very much for sharing. And yeah, love seeing the piecing the tracks together as well. Always cool to see behind the scenes of that sort of stuff. Oh, we're coming up to the toilet break. I reckon we can sneak a couple more tunes in before our toilet break of the week, which will be something I'll tell you in a moment. If you're getting some value, by the way, if you're having some fun, I shouldn't say value, who gets value? If you're having fun, if you are rocking out to some of these cool tunes from independent artists, hit the like button. Another thing you can do to help us out is share this show. So there is a share button down there. You can actually share it, send someone bug your friends. They'll be happy to hear that they can just watch your show for free and that you're not trying to sell them on some multi-level marketing thing. So say, Before you ask, no, this isn't multi-level marketing. You don't have to buy anything, and I'm not having a party. There will be no Tupperware involved. But if you want to hear some of the coolest independent music on the internet, then join in, because we are here every single week, Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern. No, try that again. Fridays at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Australia. Let's jump in and play another song, shall we? Because we've got Mark Cronk, better known as Cronk Song. And Mark has shared a bunch of tunes recently. They are all very cool. And he does something a bit special. You know, he's raised the bar here for everyone else sharing music on Your Music Live. Mark creates his own 2-minute Your Music Live versions. So it's only fair that I play this whole 2-minute version. He actually does a special radio edit, a special YML edit, and this is no exception. This is his tune called Mood Swing, and as you can see there, come on Pete, it is only just over 2 minutes. You win. You win. I'm playing the whole thing. Let's take a listen to this Cronk Song with Mood Swing here on Your Music Live.
Focus on the one thing. My head's all over the place. I'm so sorry for this mood swing. I can't think what this is doing to you. All I know is not the best that I can do. So now you've seen me at my worst. What will you do when you walk away? I wouldn't blame you if you go. I've been a right old so-and-so. But if you care to stick around, maybe we could reach some higher ground. So now you've seen me at my worst. What will you do when you walk away? I wouldn't blame you. No, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you did. Perhaps it's best if you leave me now. Please don't remember me this way. My head's all over the place. My head's all over the place. I'm just sorry for this mood swing.
Cronk Song, Mood Swing on Your Music Live. Yeah, Park UK Kevin. Very similar to your sort of gear. Oh, we got another song. Sorry, I forgot that SoundCloud just keeps playing stuff. Yeah, I love it. I love the change up. I love the bridge. I love the wall of sound throughout the entire song. It just did everything, didn't it? Yeah, I'm a Cronk Song fan for sure. It just goes to show some of my favorite bands are bands that I have heard for the very first time right here doing this show. That's why I love it, and that's why you should tune in every week, because you just never know what you're going to hear next, and you never know what's going to be shared, such as that one from Mark. Cronk Song. Yeah, a good 2 minutes worth, exactly. And there you go, 2 minutes, and you got to listen to all of that edit, the edited version. Let's continue on. We're going to go back in time to about 4 weeks ago. And if you are sharing a track, please keep in mind it can take up to 4 weeks. At the moment, it was 2 weeks, then it went to 3 weeks, now it's 4 weeks. It does take a while to potentially have your song played, just because we have so many people waiting in the queue. And I'm going to play this song in a moment, but it's a Spotify link and it got a bit excited. A guitar-based chill track. This is Ali Chabi, and an album that looks and sounds pretty cool. Something called Six Strings Therapy. That is not something you should say with a lisp very often. You're going to just get splattered all over the camera. Anyway, this is a tune called Daydreams from Ali Chiabi, and we're going to listen to a little bit of it live here on Your Music Live. There you go. I think my new righty doki venture needs to take a listen to some Ali Chabi, because that sounds super cool. There's 4 tracks there. I'll be listening to the rest of that EP, because if they're all sounding like that, that is music that I can chill to and relax to. I dig it. I dig it a lot. So very cool. See, again, you never know quite what you're going to get. Someone in the chat here was asking, does it have to be rock? Well, no, it can be chilled guitar tracks. It can be anything. We play all sorts of music here. We want to share the love of music, and we want to share the art, and we want to share the joy of just creating and sharing stuff. So yeah, as long as it's not inciting violence, as long as it's not got excessive F-bombs and S-bombs and other bombs, then yeah, it'll get a spin. So yeah, that was really nice. That was awesome. I agree, Bubba. Some awesome stuff there. Let's sneak one more in, because we're still back here on the 6th of February with some of these tracks I've got to catch up on. So we'll play this one. This is Paul Jewett, and it says all parts through a Roland GR55. So we don't know anything else about it. And sometimes that's cool. Sometimes people tell me a lot of stuff, and that's cool too. Sometimes it's just like, here's what I did, and now I'll play it. So this is To Do or Not To Do by Paul Jewett. I never quite know pronunciation, but let's take a spin on this one, shall we? This is Paul Jewett on Your Music Live. Was not expecting the do there. Very, very cool. Yeah, I like the barcode on the cover art for some reason. I don't know if it's a real barcode or what it's doing, but really nicely done. Beautiful tune. Just ticking along there, doing its thing in a nice way. Let's go one more tune, shall we, beforehand. But yeah, thank you for sharing. That was so cool. Really nicely played, really nicely mixed, really nicely recorded, and a nice arrangement there. Some very chill stuff. We've been rocking out, we've been chilling, we've been hipping, we've been hopping, we've been doing it all. And let's see what our man here, Alfie Giles, is going to bring us. Says, this song was made using BandLab, something I'll be checking out soon. I've never used BandLab before, was talking during the week. I'll be checking out BandLab for the first time and probably just doing it live on the channel, because that's how we roll. So it says this song was made in BandLab, and the song is about never giving up and persevering through tough times to lead to bright roads, hence why the song is called Bright Road. So let's take a listen to this one. Alfie Giles with Bright Road here on Your Music Live. Turn up the volume, Pete, and then press play.
Maybe there's a bright road ahead you and I to go down to. Maybe there's a bright road ahead you and I to go down to. Don't wanna go the wrong way, me up again on a replay. Some things can't stay the same, they're nailed down, that's the end of the ball game. Maybe there's a bright road ahead for you and I to go down to. Maybe there's a bright road ahead for you and I to go down to. Don't wanna go the wrong way, me up again on a replay. Some things just can't stay the same. 3-0 down, that's the end of the ball game. There should be a bright road ahead for you and I to go down to. Maybe there's a bright road ahead for you and I to count on to. I know you may take
Alfie Giles with Bright Road here on Your Music Live. A very unique sound there, I agree. Optimism, what is it called? Optimism of Pessimism. Interesting name. And we've got some robotic vocals there. Yeah, interesting use of kind of the auto-tune kind of vibe there, as Gringo says. Yeah, really dig the robotic auto-tune, and nicely done there. I would probably turn the vocals down just a touch. It was a little bit overpowering on the beat. That's just my vibe, and that's coming from someone who mixes his vocals too loud. So I'm trying to work on that at the moment, but I think it could just come down a bit. But yeah, really nicely done. Nice vibes and good stuff. All right, we are at the halfway mark. I know we've still got another hour of very cool music to go, but this is the time of the show that we have called The Toilet Break. Now, the origins of The Toilet Break are that there was a show called The Late Show here in the 90s on Australian television, and it was a 2-hour variety show, and they had something called The Toilet Break where they would play a song or a performance act from a talent show called Pot Luck, and they were almost always awful. The difference is that the Toilet Break songs that I play are awesome. So we're actually playing a song from Jade Star today because Jade Star is awesome. And it's actually one of Jade's other bands called Utensils. And we'll be playing a song in a moment. But if you're wondering what's coming up in the second half of here, we got some Penguin going on. We got some Russ going on. Joe and Barry Glenn are getting a spin. So you're not going to want to go anywhere, right? You're going to want to stick around for the second half because we got a bunch of cool tunes coming up. And maybe this guy, maybe one of our amazing moderators will have a song that we'll be giving a spin to. So that is all coming up in the second half. But for now, let's jump in. And I'm playing this. I'm taking my own lead here. I'm playing this tune. It is called Technology Killed the Radio Star. And it is a tune. Oh, I've got to pause that one. It is a tune that from Jay's Utensils band name. It is a song that's 11 minutes and 11 seconds. I'm playing it from the 2-minute 56 mark because it's my favorite part of the song, but you do need to go out and check the entire thing because it's one of my favorite things. It's really good because I can run for about 11 minutes. That's about my limit. So I'd turn this one on and go for a run. And it's always, so every time I listen to it, I think about sweating. Isn't that nice, Jade? Anyway, let's jump in and take a listen to this. I'm going to take a quick comfort stop. You don't need to go anywhere, though. Just grab yourself a cuppa, grab yourself some quick piece of toast or whatever you're doing anywhere, and then we'll be back for the second half. But here it is, Technology Killed the Reality Star by Utensils on Your Music Live.
Computers now have primary control of critical functions. Computers now have control. now have control. Computers now have primary control of critical functions.
Is that not the coolest thing ever? Technology killed the reality star, and it is awesome. And you do have to listen to it. Yeah, obviously it's got that video killed the radio star kind of hook in there. It's got the robot voice. It just does everything. 11 minutes and 11 seconds of your life that you will not want back. You want to go and check it out and listen to the whole thing. Speaking of the whole thing, I better put a link to that one. No point me not linking to your song, Jade, if I've done everyone else. You 10 cells. Video killed the reality star. There you go. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Your Music Live, part 2, second half, whatever you want to call it. If you're having some fun here today, hit the like button. If you're new to the show, put hashtag new in the chat right now. All the regular folks will treat you like royalty, like the cool person you no doubt are. And if you do want to submit a song, you can do so by using the form. It is linked in the chat and down in the description. We've got about a 3 to 4 week wait time at the moment, but exciting news, we're actually doing a bonus show. In the middle of the month, we're doing a show at a different time. We're actually going to do a Sunday night show for those of you in the US and Canada. So that should be a lot of fun. It'll be Your Music Live Extra because we're getting a bit behind. So that'll be in about a week and a half's time. We'll be doing a mid-month extra bonus show on a Sunday night for all you party people. And I know it's going to be super late for those in the UK and Europe, and I apologize for that. I do it this time because it's kind of the time that works for everyone around the world. But that should be a lot of fun. So join me for that one. And of course, big thank you to our sponsors, DistroKid. We could not do this without them. They keep the lights on here at Studio Live today. Let's go to our next song. This is from Nortoxicity. Let's go with that. It says, it was recorded in my home studio. It's about multiple personalities that my shrink can't even figure out. Yeah, I think many of us, well, yeah, sorry, I was about to say many of us can relate, but no, a lot of people say, yeah, I've got multiple personality disorder. Like, unless you actually do, you don't, right? But anyway, let's play this tune here. It looks like a good one, and we're going to play it live here on Your Music Live. Let's do it.
Multiple personalities. Become the next Tupac, racking me on to write the next song. Last night I had a dream, so it seemed. I'm just a meat machine, fitting lean as a butcher's dog. If the weather predicts fast, and my sight is blocked, I'll just off the skyline like it's meant to gather. Don't waste my time, baby, cause I'm growing old. Enough to remember, same walk it to every more focus to soak it all. If my name is Bud, I'm singing everything at you bastards. It's freezing in my bedroom, and I'm running out of magic mushrooms that have grown from the mold in my rental flat that should be knocked down. Bye, baby. This track is mastered to be a Titanic disaster. A price to a palace, cupboards, terrorist attack. Back to back, strapped to the rack in your cellar, emptying every bottle, a mess set full flow. I'm gonna belt the shit out of your phone with the soundboard, cause quite frankly I'm fucking bored. Being on my own, baby. I'm released on your phone, cause I'm bonus system.
Very cool. Multiple personality disorder. Yeah, a bit of a smooth flow there, some smooth rap. Very Mike Skinner of the streets, right? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. Yes, love me some streets. Yeah, that's very cool. Once we hit the second F-bomb, I'm like, I got to be a man of my word and turn it down. But I reckon you need to go and take a listen to that. I do love me some UK, some Brit rap. Does well. There's something about it, especially the streets where it's just like, went down a chip shop, there was this bird, and we was having some gravy and some curry. And it's like, yeah, could you be more British? It's so cool. Love it. Yeah, I can dig this. Can you dig it? I can dig it. All right, that was very cool. Thank you for sharing it. And I think that was your first song that we've had here, Nortoxicity. And I'm saying that so wrong that it's not funny. Alrighty, let's move on to our next tune. And this artist says, this song is purely 100% electronic. Yeah. And it's a complete synth masterpiece, if they do say so themselves. Hey, we'll be the judge of synth masterpieces. In fact, Russ will be the judge of synth masterpieces. Russ, you are officially our synth judge on this one. To tell us whether this is indeed a synth masterpiece. Looks pretty cool. I like the album artwork already. I'm already excited. This is Athlon with a tune called Bliss here on Your Music Live. Well, when you call your song a synth masterpiece, you do have to bring it. And I think that was brought in a pretty nice darn way. So, yeah, I did love the snare. I think Bear was saying. Bear liked the snare. I think, yeah, very epic sound. When you get that nice, that splashy snare that just makes that 80s synth pop sound sound really cool. Yeah, it needs a screaming moog. Well, that's the thing. Someone said there, like, it's a really good track. I think the synth sounds are probably not the highlight of the track. Cool synth sounds in there, but it's more like the drums that were cool and the bass and just everything. But yeah, the bright 80s style reverb and the way it transcends and brings you up and takes you along on a ride. Very nicely done. So thank you. Don't be a stranger, Athlon. We hope to hear from you again. Whenever I think of Athlon, I think of the old AMD processors because I'm a nerd, you see. AMD made like the, you know, how Pentium, and then Athlon was the Athlon and the Anyway, you're probably not here to hear me talk about these sort of things. So instead, let's go and take a listen to a tune from Morgan Messner. Says, I hesitate to say this song is fully satirical, but it's definitely from the perspective of an unreliable narrator. I wrote the song after I processed my own hypocrisy towards the situation and realized that I hadn't been taking any responsibility for my own actions. Love, love, love already. I'm big on the accountability stuff, and I think all of us need to take on a little more accountability sometimes. You know, you can blame, you can play the blame game, but where does it land you? Where does it get you? It gets you nowhere. It gets you landing in strife, trouble and strife. So let's take a listen to this one. This is our friend Morgan, and a tune called Scorpio Season. There you go. Shout out to our Scorpios in the crowd. Scorpio Season from Megan here on Your Music Live.
Scorpio season and I am upset 'cause I can't shake the feeling that my life is going in a way I never wanted it to. My envy destroys everything in sight. An evil little twin fall of fear and spite. I'd bring down the world with the fire of my wrath, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm developing the tendency
Very cool indeed. Nicely done. Show tune worthy. Yeah. And reminds me of Amanda Palmer is who Tom was thinking. Fiona Apple. I was thinking Regina Spektor. Basically, a lady vocalist that can really belt it out and has some cool piano. That's it, right? Or Tori Amos, exactly. Take your pick. Who have we got here? Not Casey Chambers. Who am I trying to think of? The Missy Higgins. Same sort of deal. It's that sort of almost angry female vocal, just emotional. Anyway, love it. Love the emotion, love it, and yeah. And as Amaracia said, just needs volume automation on the vocal. Yeah, the vocals were a little low in parts. Like I didn't hear it at the start, and I heard a little bit too much. So yeah, like you say, if you just balanced out that vocal, I reckon you're on a winner there. Yeah, definitely some Regina Spektor kind of vibe. Hello, Ed Zielinski. Hope you are doing well. And Ed sent me an email. Ed's one of my wonderful patrons over at patreon.com/PeteJohns. And I just took a listen to his newest song. Very cool. Very nicely done. And hopefully a couple of the tips that I gave you, Ed, will help you get that one. It's so close. Seriously, mate. You are 95% there. I'm looking forward to you releasing that and everyone getting to hear your tune because it's cool. Dick Thorne. That's all. Dick Thorne. Dick Thorne says, I wear a cat mask, and you said a few weeks ago that you're a fan of Dick Thorne, and it was really something you never expected to hear say. And to be honest, it's something I never expected you or anyone else would say. But anyway, here's a new song for your consideration. It's a bit soul-y in a good way. I'm sorry, I'm not a great or can't be asked with visuals. The song is accompanied by an image of a negative COVID antibody test that I recently took. There you go. I like it. Dick Thorne always has something interesting to say in your messages here, so I do like it. I like the bit of personality pops on through, but that's okay. We got a soundtrack track here. It is our friend Dick Thorne, and it's called "Not Dead Yet," which reminds me of the Phil Collins autobiography of the same name. So there you go. Read that too. Phil Collins, good dude. Anyway, Dick Thorne, Not Dead Yet, on Your Music Live.
Fire in your pocket, boy, you're gonna get burned. Not even holy water can put you out. You keep on rocking every night and day. When you gonna stop and start to act your age? Don't stop, think about it. You are. Don't stop, think about it. You are. I wanna feel for you, never forget. If I can't see your eyes, you're not alive, and I'm not dead yet. I wanna make you feel for me, never forget. You can call me all the names under the sun, but I'm not dead yet. Don't dance so slow. Before long it'll be nightfall, and then you're dancing on your own. So don't think about it. You are. I wanna feel.
There you go. Dick Thorne. Yes, I do just like saying Dick Thorne. Yeah, should be part of a full rock opera. Very cool tune. Very catchy. Very well done. Love another piano integration. I'm loving the work that people are doing with their pianos. Yeah, a bit Billy Joel, isn't it? With the "This is my life." Ferris Bueller in the house. Bueller. Good to have you here. Yeah, really good changes in there. Catchy tune. Love the voice. Love the lyrics. Yeah, what more to say? Exactly. And yeah, you're right. A bit of Ben Folds and a little bit of 70s rock. Exactly. It's somewhere between Elton John and Ben Folds, isn't it? And there's not much of a stretch there because Ben Folds highly influenced by Elton John, which is why I really dig both of them. So thank you very much, Dick Thorne. Let's move on. It's always special. We've had two of our moderators have a tune featured here today, so why not go to a third? This is our buddy Amaracia, better known as Light Aster in the musical world. And Amaracia says, here's another serious song, because Amaracia also does some comedy tunes. This one's called Walk. So since the last one I submitted, Moonamania, was dark, this is in contrast, an upbeat, jazzy, peculiar sounding song. It also contrasts Monomania in lyrics, because where that was about refusing to let go, Walk is about knowing it's okay to let go. Sometimes you have to walk alone. You'll never walk. No, not quite. Let's play this tune. This is Light Aster, our man Amaracia, with a tune called Walk on Your Music Live.
It's hard to find out that all the love you thought you'd find was only an illusion, a poisonous illusion. And there's nothing for the trail that follows and if you want to be alive, the first step can feel like dying inside. Sometimes you have to walk alone, explore the lands and find your way home. Blaze your own path through the unknown. Sometimes you have to walk alone. It's hard to listen to false hope.
Absolutely. Just when you think you've heard everything, something completely unique comes out there. Another one breaking boundaries into fantasticness. It's just so cool to hear the different sorts of music and the different takes on things and the different styles. Again, you never know. When I hit play, I never know what I'm going to hear. And that is a good thing, right? Very, very cool. I like it. Yeah, pretty little tune. Very nicely done. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for your work moderating the channel here and keeping everyone safe and happy here in the chat. Not that it requires much, because to be honest, I don't remember the last time there was anything major. I say that now, and yeah, cue the problems, right? No, it's not. It just doesn't happen. But we've got such a good team of moderators here, and everyone here is so respectful and so nice to each other that yeah, it's just cool. Orchestra Eclipse. Let's play one of your tunes. I did a cover called No Time for Caution from the movie Interstellar. I used various instruments to give it a space-like effect. It gets more epic from 1 minute 35, so please play the whole thing in your spare time. Oh, so I don't know if I should play from 1:35 then, or from the start. What do we reckon here? I'm going to play from 1:35, because if you say that's where it gets epic, and then I will listen to the whole thing when I can. So Interstellar, No Time for Caution, an orchestral cover from our man, Orchestral Eclipse. I don't actually know genders. Just like QB the Penguin. I have no idea if QB is a male or female, and it doesn't matter. Let's jump in. Interstellar, No Time for Caution, orchestral cover. I love it, Critter Jason. My teacher put this on when he was hungover once. I suspected teachers did that even back in my day when they were hungover. They're just like, oh, it's movie day, folks, kids, watch a movie. I'm going to sit here drinking coffee with my sunglasses on for no reason. Nicely done, yeah. You've stepped it up. I think in the time that you've been submitting songs here to the show, I've seen just like a growth in your music, and that is super cool to see. Yeah, just the composition, the balance of the instruments, the selection, the arrangement, everything is just going great guns. So continue doing what you're doing, because that was very good. Hello, Joe. You see, if Joe likes it, then you're in luck. Very nicely done. Thank you for sharing it, and keep doing your thing. Keep sharing more and more music, because it is cool. Was that a Hans Zimmer original? Like, did he compose the original version of that? I think he did. I watched the Hans Zimmer masterclass. By the way, if you're into orchestral composing, if you're into composing and arranging, Hans Zimmer did a masterclass at masterclass.com, and it is amazing. Like, I would sign up to masterclass just to watch that. I'm going to watch it again because, you know, Hans Zimmer did the Simpsons movie. He, of course, did all the... he just did too much stuff. I love that I go straight to Simpsons movie. Batman, he got him... Anyway, Hans Zimmer. But, yeah, Orchestra Eclipse, well done. Why I couldn't have had a drink while it was playing instead of, you know, drinking in your ear, I've got no idea. Let's move and ride along. We've played you Kronk's song. Where was the next tune that I had queued up? I had it all ready here to go. Joe and Barry Glenn. That's what we want to hear, right? We want to get a little bit mellow. I'm assuming. So Joe and Barry says, this is a fun sea shanty going into a popular Morris tune. I had to twist Barry's arm to sing this. He used to play fiddle for a Morris team in Norwich, UK. If you play this, maybe you should start around 1:38. Will do. Then you can get your dancing clogs on. Instruments are mandolin, tenor, and the infamous soprano recorder, and of course the bodhran, the drum there. P.S. Always pumped that you play our songs. People will say we're in love. Oh, isn't that nice? I hope so. So the Glens are in the house. Joe and Barry Glenn. We're going to have a sea shanty. Where do we have to play it from here, Joe? It was from 1:38. We're going to do exactly that. Oh, I like the visuals already. We've got some pirate visuals going on. You can wait till you check this out. This is cool. There you go. This is called Bold Princess Royal. Joe and Barry Glenn here on Your Music Live.
He chased us to windward 3 nights and a day. He chased us to windward but could not prevail. And the bold Princess Royal did show them her tail. Thank God, cried our captain, now the pirate is gone. Bring a cask of good brandy, for the day it is won. Go down to your grog, boys, and be of good cheer. The bold Princess Royal, we never need fear.
Pirate talks coming in thick and strong. Remember Talk Like a Pirate Day? That was a thing that they were trying to kick off back in the day. Yeah. I'm assuming Russ likes it and not that he thinks it should be destroyed. Exactly. I love the instrumentation. Yeah, do we have any visuals? I was busy looking at the chat here. But I like the stock footage visuals here, but I always like it when we see Joe and Barry playing their instruments as well. Very, very cool stuff. Reminds me of my Bot 9000 when they worked at the Renaissance Fair. Excellent. Yes, this is indeed epic. Very nicely done. Absolutely brilliant. So much talent. Exactly. Joe and Barry bring the fun, bring the joy every single week. You know what? I'm going to do something different here, and I don't think we've ever done this. We're going to get our synth on because I want to experiment here. We're going to go Russ into QB. The synth world may explode, but we're going to give it a go, okay? We're going to play a Russ tune, Russ 8889, and then we're going to back it straight into a QB the Penguin tune. So Russ doesn't have his own emoji, so it gives you time. This will give you time to find the penguin emoji on your keyboard for the QB song. But before we get to QB, we got a new Russ song to talk about. So Russ says the following. Hello, Pete. Hope you're well. No, I won't do the Russ. Hello, Pete. Hope you're well. This is a new track called Splashdown to finish off the space theme of recent weeks. The track kicks into gear in the second part of the track, so people may need to listen to the track in full later after the show. Yes, you will. In fact, I demand it. You just have to. Sorry, it's part of the rules. Yeah, there you go. That should be the Russ emoji. It's just keys. I'm down. Let's take a listen to this one. This is Splashdown Russ 8889 on Your Music Live. I agree with Mark. Best Russ yet, in my humble opinion as well. I did listen to the whole thing. I did have a bit of a sneak peek because I couldn't resist and I couldn't stop it. I almost didn't get the show ready, Russ, because I listened to all. How long is it? It's 4.5 minutes. So it is worth checking out. And Russ always brings the visuals to go with the very cool sound. There you go. We've got the Russ. Maybe Russ is just a heart emoji. I do like the keys. I think Russ should own the keys emoji. I don't know why, but just that synth sound. I like this one here. I think that looks cool. The 3 keys, Russ 8889 on Your Music Live. Very, very cool. Very nice tune. Very nicely done. So thank you for sharing. Now, here's our experimentation. We're going to go from Russ to QB, and we're going to see if we break the internet. I think we might. I think it's probably going to explode. So let's give this one a go, shall we? We'll come back over and we'll bring up some penguin. You know the emojis you need to put in the chat. If you're new, by the way, if you're new to the show, QB the Penguin, we don't really know much about QB, except that QB loves creating some very cool, very fast beats using GarageBand. And we get to see a little bit under the curtain here, because check this out. For the first time, we're going to see how QB does their penguining. Yes, we're going to see an actual GarageBand project from QB here. So I'm pretty excited by this one. And in fact, QB said, what did they say? Should probably read that. Experimented with different time signatures for this song. While you may not get to hear the switch ups before the allotted time, it's interesting nonetheless. So yeah, QB commented on a video I did about 5/4 time and how to implement different time signatures. They've been experimenting, and this is the result. So you can watch the full version yourself afterwards, but we're going to kick into this one. This is called Phil's Piano Man, and it's our QB the Penguin on Your Music Live. Mind blown, right? Oh, we get to see behind the scenes. I knew it would be something intense like that, but I can only imagine. Oh, here's a little 5/4 bit. Let's listen to some QB 5/4. Yes, the penguin in 5/4 is even cooler. Oh, there you go. The penguin flies with eagles. I did like who was it? Emobot. Yeah, Emobot 9000 says they would like to collaborate. I can't find the comment now because everyone's getting super excited about this tune. But yeah, that would be so cool. I think your styles would work so well together. Yeah, hands up in the chat if you want to see Emobot. Put the robot penguin. If you think robots and penguins should collaborate together, I think we need to do that. I think I need to put QB. You need to let me know, and Emobot, and I'll share. I'll merge them together. I'll share your emails, and you can collaborate. How cool would that be? I would play the entire thing. If Emobot 9000 and QB the Penguin do a collaboration, I will play the entire thing. I don't care if it's 6 minutes long. I'm playing the whole thing here on Your Music Live. Thank you, Patrick Chandler. I do appreciate you. Thank you. It's because of folks like you. See, without folks like Patrick Chandler and the Chandler brothers, we wouldn't be able to keep the lights on here at Studio Live Today Studios. But thanks to folks like you, we can keep the lights on. And thanks to folks like our sponsors, DistroKid, because for just $20 per year, you can download, no you can't, you can upload an unlimited amount of music using our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. Just go to distrokid.com/VIP/Pete Johns. We are on the final road. We've got down to 6 or 7 songs. We'll go a little overtime today. In case you had somewhere to be in 13 minutes time, we're probably going to go over time because I do want to catch up on a few more tunes. Yes, Emobot wants to collaborate. There you go. Robot plus Penguin for the win. Yep, I think everyone wants to hear that and see that. Absolutely. Yep, get it done. Do it. And yeah, the joke is back. The new joke, exactly. The new version of the joke where I used my little clip down there. Barry Smith said, hey, Pete, have you seen that iconic Mars for your microphone? It's like a vocal booth. I haven't. I don't know. Is it one of those things that wrap around your head? I don't rate them, to be really honest, because it's mostly reflections behind you that get into your microphone. But we can talk about that on Home Studio Q&A this time tomorrow. And come along and I'll answer any questions you have about recording in the home studio. All right, let's make sure I've actually caught up and got everything. We got the QB tune. Yep, that's in the description. You are going to want to go down and check that out. Now, our man Ice Fox, Gerard Voss, has got a tune here. And Gerard, I think you were just in the chat saying you would like the drum emoji. Everyone's picking their emojis now. So Gerard is a drummer and he does produce some fairly darn cool music under the name of Ice Fox. And speaking of DistroKid, speaking of our wonderful sponsors, Gerard also uses slaps.com, which is this little baby right here. There you go. Slaps.com is DistroKid's free file sharing, free music sharing website. So it's similar to SoundCloud, but I think a little bit cooler because you can comment, you can give fire. It's very simple, but it works exceptionally well. So what does Jared say? As you may have noticed by now, I'm in the process of bringing my Ice Fox tracks to 2021. This is my first composition I made back in 1988. When I was an early teenager drummer composer hobbying around with tech, I used an ancient VST plugin from Edirol in Atari Cubase. I also had the original Mixdown Wave from way back when, painstakingly exported and mixed together in BandLab 2021. You decide if it's okay. This track traveled a lot of OSs and places. I like it. It's traveled all over the world. Oh, and thank you, before we play this Ice Fox track, thank you, Ferris Bueller, for 5 Canadian loonies, and I do appreciate you. We'll do the joke one more time. Without folks like Ferris Bueller, life would be a little bit less fun, right? But because of Ferris Bueller, we get to drive Ferraris and all ditch school together. So thank you for that. And Ed Zielinski, thank you to you, my friend. If it wasn't for folks like... I won't do it one more time. We're having too much fun here today. I love it. Yes, 88. Russ is loving 88 as well, because that is the time. All right, let's kick into this one. Ice Fox, a little tune called View by the Sea, traveling through time all the way from the Atari back in 1988 all the way to 2021 on BandLab. Let's take a listen to it here right now, live on Your Music Live. Gerard Fox, better known, no, yes, Gerard Voss, better known as Ice Fox, with a very cool tune there shared on slabs.com, a tune called View by the Sea. You may have inspired a lot of people to go back and dig into their collections and their old files. I've got a bunch of Scream Tracker 3 files stored somewhere from about 1992, 93 maybe, 94, around that era. Old PC mod files. Maybe I need to resurrect some of those and bring them into the 21st century. That would be kind of cool. I like it. Very well done, very cool, and yeah, just amazing stuff there. And I do love it. I was never an Atari guy. I was a Commodore 64 and then a PC guy. But yeah, loved it, dig it, all good. Have to dig out my first recording. Yeah, it wouldn't be cool. Maybe we should do that. We should do a YML Roots where you have to find the oldest possible recording or song that you could find and all share it. Jeez, I would be embarrassed if I had to share mine. Anyway, it's all learning and growing, isn't it? Totally. Oh, I got to go back and give some fire because, as you know, when you're here on, I'll go back to the middle of the song here and just give some random fire. Make it look pretty because you can give people fire here in Slaps and it's cool, and you can save tracks, you can share tracks. It's a very, very cool platform. If you haven't used slaps.com from our friends at DistroKid, you totally should. Oh, alrighty, how are we going for time? We'll sneak a few more under the bar here. Let's go back in time and catch up on a few, and then we'll be finishing off with what I'm sure will be a banging tune. So hang around for that one. Let's do. This is from Another Fine Mess. It's written during lockdown, vocals sent by email to myself from a friend, and I tried to put this thing together. Watched a few of your videos to help me do it. I'm pleased with the result. It's about always having one true love, but it's sometimes late in life that you finally hook up. Thanks for reading. Love it. Very cool. Another Fine Mess. Let's bring up the track and take a look-see and a listen-see. Oh, it's looking cool. I already like the artwork here. There we go. Hit the button. Another Fine Mess with Flame in My Heart. Let's listen to it live on Your Music Live.
You lit a flame in my heart. I feel fire burning strong. You lit a flame in my heart. I feel fire burn so strong. First time when I saw you, your eyes fell into mine. Everything around me stopped just like someone paused time. You were with another, and I was with another guy. There's nothing like bad timing to steal away your prize. You lit a flame in my heart. I feel fire burning strong. You lit a flame in my heart. I feel fire burn so strong.
Very cool tune. Why couldn't have I had the cough before the end of the tune? Yeah, this would be exactly on a big stage with some big PVs pumping out the tunes. How cool would that be? Yeah, really good sound, really good balance. What was it called? Another Fine Mess? No, Another Fine Success, I would say. Right? Very cool done. Very coolly done. Word speaking goodly. We must be towards the end because Pete loses the ability to string sentences together and say, what are those things? Those little squiggly patterns you put on your words. Yeah, those. Let's kick into another tune, shall we? Made in FL Studio was gone for some chill vibe, but built this one out. There you go. Please let the world know. It's a 29-year-old broke man who started electronic music or learning DAWs since 2017 from YouTube and from Pete. Your contribution is huge to this community. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. That's some very kind words, and we will give your tune a bit of a spin here. It's called The Local is the artist name, and it is a First Hill, an ambient type beat. Looks like it's out of India, which is, we're having the world tour here today. It's been very, very cool. We've been everywhere, man. So this is First Hill, and we're going to give it a spin on Your Music Live. Very cool. Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, the little mysterious voice in there. That just the subtleties and the cool visual going on there. Yeah, just had it all happening, didn't it? Interesting track, interesting visuals, just a lot happening there, but in a good way, right? So there you go. That was The Local. First Hill, a very cool little beat there. And like all of the songs that we've played here, they will be linked down in the description. And I know we are not going to get to all the songs that were submitted. We're jumping around to mix it up. So we don't want to just have, all electronic one week and then all rock and then all metal and then although all metal would be a fun show. But we're mixing it up and I'm getting different tunes from different folks. So if your song was missed, don't worry, it's still on the list. The only concern is if you sent it in January. Anything in February is still fair game, yeah? Because I'm a wee bit behind. Let's jump in and take a listen to this. I've seen him in the chat here. Infarction. I have to be careful saying that because I always say infraction for some reason, but infarction. Says, a song that reflects the mood of many in these dark days, maybe, but it doesn't mention the V word, and it becomes more optimistic as the song grows. All music, composition, lyrics, playing, recording, mixing, mastering, and cover artwork by myself, all done on iPad Air 4 and GBN Grand Finale. On this track, all effects are through Mixbox. There you go. And want to say, I hope you folks like this and can make contributions as to how to improve it. There you go. So if you've got some ideas for Infarction of how to improve this one, then feel free to throw those here in the chat as we go. But it's a tune called Wake Me Up. This is our man Infarction here on Your Music Live.
It's a grey, bleak morn, the type of day never breaks. I can't shake myself to action, not even coffee can rouse me. Give me something to do outside these four walls. I need to wake up so I can get on with living. I walk by the lake to get the rain on my face. The sky is so dark, the heavenly light is dim low. My brain is in fog, my thoughts are far from clear. Even cold air and rain can jolt me to life. Wake me up, get me home. Wake me up, show me love. Shine the lights to brighten the view of our future. Wake me up from the dark night, shake me out of my coma. Open the door and show the path to our redemption. The sun comes out, its warmth reaches my skin. There's freshness in the air as a new day begins.
There you go. Infarction with Wake Me Up. Just some great songwriting right there. Yeah, Barry, wake you up there. Very nicely done. Guzzo's saying, we'd like to hear some harmonies on the vocals. Yeah, maybe in the chorus some harmonies could work. That's something that you could probably consider. I did like it. I like the electric guitar coming in there. Maybe a little harsh on the frequencies, so maybe you could just check that and maybe roll off some of the treble frequencies on the guitar. When that distorted guitar kicks in, it just, in my cans here, it just felt a little too harsh. You want it to be bang and hit, but maybe that's something. And again, only because you've been asking for some ideas there. But yeah, I love the accent. I love that. And Infarction is someone who's been sharing music with me for probably 2+ years, probably close to 3 years now. And I've seen the growth and development and increase in your abilities of playing, recording, mixing, mastering, the whole works, arranging. That has really, really shone through. So congratulations on that. I know that you've been working hard at it and you're a product of why you just need to keep creating, recording, and releasing. Because every time you do that, you learn something new and it improves you. Yeah. And yeah, maybe bump the drums up. Yeah, I could have heard a little more drum in there. That would have done well. Let's just bring this back up. Oh, here's the nice instrumental bit you just mentioned. Yeah, I'd like to hear that snare drum really cracking through. And again, I don't normally give this level of feedback, but when you ask for it in the actual form, then it gives us free reign. So, and that's the cool thing, that everyone here can actually give you some other ideas. So yeah, I'd look at, I did a couple of videos on getting some sort of cracking kick drum and snare drum, and especially in those rocking parts, I would utilize some of that, some distortion and some EQ on those drums, just to make them really cut through the mix in those heavier sections. But yeah, really, really done. Really, really well done. And yeah, double down on the chorus. Yeah, maybe double track your vocals, record the vocals again in the chorus section, and then you'll get a really good, like, thick, wide vocal. That's another good tip there from Ed. But well done. Yeah, that was cool. I dug that a lot. So thank you for sharing. What do you reckon? We can sneak a couple more under the bar here. Sure, why not? Let's find another couple of tunes here and give them a spin before we finish up. Where are we? Something called The Singing Panda is always going to be interesting, right? Singing Panda, a simple rock cover that I'm trying to perfect as I use and apply your tips. I follow your videos all the way covering this song. I want to see if what I did wrong and the ways to improve next time. There you go. This is the feedback section. We're in the feedback loop. One of the first live shows I ever did was called The Feedback Loop. I thought it was so funny. 3 years ago, 2019, Pete thought he was so gosh darn funny. Let's do this one. This is The Singing Panda with a tune called Say Something, a rock cover. Let's give this one. Oh, no, we'll turn that down because we're still, oh, it's already started playing. That's why. SoundCloud gets a little bit over anxious and just starts playing before we even ask it to. So let's hit the play button on this one now. We'll turn that one up. This is The Singing Panda with Say Something on your Music Live.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'll be the one if you want me to. And anywhere around would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'm feeling so small. It was over my head. I know nothing at all. Now I stumble and fall. I'm just learning to love. I'm starting to grow.
Very cool. The Singing Panda with Say Something. A rock cover. Go the Panda. Panda for the win. Alrighty, you know what, I'm feeling keen. I've got a little bit of a second win here, so we're going to go a couple more tunes because I really dug this one during the week. Another cover song. Always a bit risky playing cover songs here, but we're going to spin it anyway because why not? So this is something interesting. John Hogle has shared a bunch of songs here. I haven't heard from him for a few weeks, but he did a Beatles cover of a song called "Here Comes the Sun." Probably one of my favourite Beatles tunes, uploaded to celebrate what would have been George Harrison's 78th birthday this year. Yes, R.I.P. George Harrison, a amazing and underrated songwriter and member of the Beatles. Not that underrated and Beatles don't really go together, but let's take a listen to this one. This is our friend John Hogle with a little cover tune of "Here Comes the Sun" on Your Music Live. Very mellow tune indeed. Very nicely done. Yeah, here comes the sun. And a lovely cover version of that one there from our friend John Hogle. Well done to you, John. Again, someone else who every time I hear one of your tunes, it's improving. Every time you share something, it's better than before. And I keep saying this, but people don't believe me. But if you start creating 2 years later, you're going to be creating better because you're going to create, record, and release music. I know. I'm a broken record. I'm a broken MP. I'm a broken Spotify stream about this stuff. All right, 2 more tunes to go. This is our penultimate tune, and I couldn't not play this one because it is our buddy, our friend, a supporter of the channel, Michael, aka Zealand Band. Get your Z emojis. I don't know. I don't think not everyone needs an emoji, right? But this is a tune called Red 3. And this one here is from our buddy Michael, aka Zealand Band, our second to last tune of the day. Let's give it a spin here on Your Music Live. Like the visuals there, a bit of Renaissance fair action going on there, is it? Remember those? Yeah, remember sharing food and being out in public and people touching each other. It's coming back, folks. It is coming back. I've been out. I've been to the cricket this week. I've been to a live show. I've been to some live events at the Adelaide Fringe here. So yeah, it is coming back. But yeah, massive energy in that one. Love it. Some rocking from Zealand. Very cool video. Very nicely done. Yeah, that's the Latin piano loop, I believe, the green one. Yeah, I've always wanted to use that one in a song. But yeah, very, very cool stuff. Thank you. Well done, Michael, aka Z Land Band. Rocking and doing his thing. And Tom Rochelle, speaking of Tom Rochelle and Thomas Christ, is performing live in about 1 hour and 45 minutes. So set your timers. Jump over to Thomas Christ. In fact, I think, did Jay just share a link to it? I think she did, but there's so many people chatting so many things. There you go. Remember, Thomas Christ performing live today in around 1 hour 45. So do set your calendars for that. I'm sure Jade's doing a bunch of stuff over the weekend. I'll let you know a little bit more about what I'm doing this weekend after our final song. I know. Boo, close your eyes and I'll kiss you. So that's the end of, there was a song, a show called Young Talent Time, where they used to sing that at the end. They said, close your eyes and I'll kiss you. And it was always like a slow version of that one. Let's kick into our last tune here, though, shall we? This is a band called Last Arrow. We have heard from them before, and what they've said is that this track is called Ripples, and it is part of our 3-track Lockdown EP recently released through DistroKid. The other 2 tracks have featured here on YML. They have indeed in the past. As a band, we've not met up for almost a year now due to lockdown restrictions here in the UK. I'm sure many of you can relate. So this was written and recorded remotely. All 3 songs are thematically linked to the current global situation. So I think, again, a lot of folks have got themselves some lockdown songs going on here. And the cool thing is, you can tell here, they've released through DistroKid. And because it's got, it's like Inner Quiver Records 2021. So they're using at least the DistroKid Musician Plus plan that we talked about earlier in the show, which means you can change your album artwork. You can change your record label name, and you can actually set yourself up some pre-releases and some other things. So we'll play it here in Apple Music, because why not? That's where they've sent me the link to, and I'm sure you can look up Last Arrow. We're going to kick off. We're going to finish the show with a little bit of rock music. This is Last Arrow with Ripples to close us out here on Your Music Live. You know what? It's given me the preview. What an anticlimax, because I wasn't logged into my Apple Music. Let's try this again. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to, because I'm a Google user, I'm going to show you Song Whip. So there you go. This is an unintended consequence of doing this one. If you've never used Song Whip before, if you've got a link to some platform that you don't use, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere, iTunes, you can actually come in here and make a music link. If you just paste in your existing link, what it's going to do, it's going to go and create a page, and it's going to give you links to that same release on all of the other platforms. So here's Ripples, and I can go to wherever I want. So I'm going to go to YouTube, which is where I'm going to be able to play this song. We'll turn it down a little bit and we'll take it back to the start. Let's now, see, you just got a little bit of a false start there, but we're going to now listen to this one. This is at Last Arrow with a tune called Ripples here on Your Music Live. don't think we could have finished the show with a cooler song, a bit of Brit rock pop there. We need to stay apart, but no, is it? We need to keep apart, but we need to stay together. And I don't think there are any better words to sum up where we're at right now. And I hope you enjoyed being together with the crew here on Your Music Live for yet another week, probably my favorite time of the week. But it's hard to judge because I love hanging out with you folks and I love playing music, listening to music, creating music, hopefully teaching you a few things about creating your own music. And remember, creating, recording and releasing is the best way. It's the best way to improve and to grow as an artist yourself. So yeah, very nice finish there from the boys at Last Arrow. Their Lockdown EP is super cool. Ferris Bueller has alluded to the fact that tomorrow I'll be doing a special edition happy hour. All Pearl Jam all the time. So thank you for your support. Without people like Ferris Bueller, we would look like this. But because Ferris Bueller's here, and folks like him are providing 5 Canadian loonies, that'll pay the power bill for about a day. But no, I do really appreciate you and appreciate everyone for being here. So what is happening from here? Well, if you want more of this kind of action, I do recommend, if you want to check a little bit more like low key and keeping it, if you go and you check out the Metalhead Hippie, he does a very similar show, but he does it like 14 times a week for 7 hours. Not really, but he does 4 shows a week and they're long form. He plays the whole song. And if you jump over there right now, you'll be able to actually catch the show. There he is. He's doing his thing there, the Metalhead Hippie. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this link right here in the chat. So if anyone wants to get a little bit more cool independent music in your life, jump on over to the Metalhead Hippie show. Do catch Thomas Christ in about an hour and a half performing live. I'll definitely try to be there as well. For the rest of the weekend, we've got home studio Q&A tomorrow. Got questions. We're going to try and answer those about your home recordings. The happy hour, as I mentioned, is a Pearl Jam special. And then we will be having a Garage Band weekly. We'll be talking about all things Garage Band. So I hope you can join me for one of those shows. But as we say at the end of every week, please be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Keep creating and rock on. See ya.